Welcome, to the Rusty Bug Podcast.
Good morning, Molweni Rusty Bugs. We're back again with podcast number 36, and we are improving. We're on camera now. I'm very excited about this conversation. You can see Mr. Nkomombini is trying to move and how things are shifting. I'm still hoping that I'm on camera. But anyway, welcome. It's on a Tuesday morning? Tuesday.
It's a Thursday morning.
Thursday.
All day we hope.
Thursday morning, 5 seconds to Friday, and we know the weekend is coming through. But today I'm very excited about this conversation because this speaks exactly about what we're doing on the 16th of August. The 16th of August. It's a Saturday. If you're a student intern, if you're a student teacher, this is for you. You don't want to miss this. So you can see I'm not alone. I've got my guest here. Good morning.
Morning, Tapila. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
Perfect.
Good morning, Tapelo.
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good. We've been having an interesting conversation with the team from Teach the Nation about being out of education, coming back to education. I guess this space you always want to come back. So if guys, listen, as they're walking in, I mean, there's student teachers that are coming into this conference. They're going to be into the system. And what would you say to them that, like, you came back, you left and you came back? Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So I think once an educator, always an educator.
It's in your blood.
It's in your blood. And I also firmly believe that passion drives you through everything that you do in life.
Yeah.
And we are the role models in the classrooms.
Sure.
So that for me, be it whether you are going into corporate or whatever you decide to do, even after teaching, you still carry and embody everything that education teaches you.
Sure. So is it not about money?
No, so I think when I had a grade 9 class, this was almost 18, now I'm giving my age away, 18 years ago. I'll never forget, one of the learners outside my classroom just before they entered asked me, do you follow your passion or do you follow the money? And I firmly believe if you follow your passion, the money comes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's how I've lived my life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's get to the business of today. We're speaking everything about the Student Teacher Conference. Firstly, let's do an introduction of who you are, who we're sitting with here. You can go ahead.
Okay, sure. So I'm Angie Nord. I'm a senior leadership development coach at Teach the Nation. So I'm responsible for the coaching aspect of the work that we do. I implement coaching frameworks. I support teachers in our network, as well as oversee coaches in their roles as well.
Okay, great. So I work very closely with Angie. I'm Trishana Moodley. I am the head of program, so I oversee the entire program, right from recruitment through to alumni.
Sure.
And so the training and the coaching, or the training and support, sits into one element of the entire program that we've developed. And we look at the onboarding and recruitment of fellows. So that also looks like high-performing caliber candidates that want to make a difference in the societies that they are through programs like yourselves that you are looking at through interns and teacher programs. It can either be newly qualified teachers or teachers that are interns or working towards like a Bachelor of Education degree or a PGCE that want to make a difference. So we believe, and through our 2-year program, we will coach and develop your leadership abilities so that you then make this a sustainable model. And how that happens is in this coaching program, we also use our conscious leadership framework, which understands that the children or the educators understand that the learners within that environment come from trauma-based environments as well, whatever type of trauma it is. And because of that conscious approach, through our HITS framework of teaching and strategies, we then say the medium of instruction becomes important. And when you lead and you instruct with that approach in mind, you start changing and making the systemic difference. through our research that we've done, we've looked at anything between, on average for a year, 15 to 20% of academic improvement on through coaching.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Angie, now let's discuss about what is Teach the Nation. But before we speak about what is Teach the Nation, what was the gap? Why was there a need for an organization like Teach the Nation? Maybe let's give that background and then we'll speak about what it is.
Okay, sure. That's such a good question.
Yeah.
When you think about South Africa in the local South African context, from where we come, from apartheid and all of those types of social ills and things that we experience, we understand that the only way to transform this nation is leadership, right?
Yeah.
So we can try everything. We can try politics. We can try whatever is at our disposal. The only thing that's going to shape it and shift the lens that we experience today is leadership. And our impetus for that is the child. We really want to target the child in an under-resourced school.
Sure.
And the vehicle for that change is the teacher. So we understand that if we transform that teacher, that child is transformed, the community is transformed. So that is our starting point, right? So we start with that teacher. Sort of, the learner is transformed through that, and so we impact the rest of society.
And then our community.
There you go.
And in that 2-year coaching program that the coaches look at as well, in year 1, we have a vision board, right, which says through this high impact teaching strategy and the conscious leadership model, what change would you like to see? It can be something through entrepreneurship, some program, recycling. It can be a mobile library in Johannesburg. In Gauteng, we've got mobile libraries that we work through with the different schools as well. So, and then in year 2, we start implementing those programs as well. And that's how we also bring about the systemic change.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I mean, the conversation has always been like everything starts with the teacher. Yes. Like, be it a doctor, be it whatever career, it really, really, really starts with the teacher. So when you start to impact the teacher and the teacher has impact on the child on society, family, and so forth. And that's a great concept. Let's speak about teacher well-being now. Such a very heavy topic. And maybe let's discuss what is teacher well-being? What do we mean by that?
Okay, so when we speak well-being, we're really speaking about the emotional, the physical, and the professional well-being of the teacher. So I'll always tell teachers when we do the survey, because, we'll touch on that a bit later, but when we conduct these well-being assessments with our teachers, I always tell them, it's well-being's not one thing. We holistically look at a myriad of factors that lead into your well-being. So we look at you from a professional perspective. How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing at home? How are you doing in your financial well-being?
Sure.
So it's layered in its approach.
Sure. And what kind of support then would you guys be giving to teachers from a well-being point of view? And you've just spoken about like a very broad do you help them with their salary? Do you get them to see a psychologist? Is it like, because it's such multi-layered thing, I would assume you would need different professions to come in to 100%. Help.
So, and I really like that. So through our 2-year coaching program, we've also identified that beyond the 2-year coaching, and this is where the alumni program comes in, we still need to stay in touch and support our alumni.
Yeah, sustainability.
100%. So what we've also then done is when teachers raise or flag issues that are affecting them, besides the one-on-one coaching that the coaches support them with, we bring in leaders from industries like Deloitte, Alan Gray, EY. So they've got access because we've got access to all of this. Coronation, Investec, right? Who come in and do financial literacy. So this is something that I've added and I've done now as I've taken over to ensure, because I think 15 years ago, when I had, when I entered corporate and I looked at data, the data showed that educators had the highest level of debt.
Sure.
Right? And that informs a lot of how we approach a lot of the systemic change that we want to bring about. we've also seen it's how people have a relationship with money. So people with financial literacy training and understanding can then look at how they better themselves.
Those decisions.
Absolutely. So that's one element. And then other elements that we look at, depending on what is flagged during recruitment, that we also then pass on to, and this is why it's a whole program sort of working collaboratively, is also understanding then how do we also get senior management within schools to support the educators of ours. And we bring in different interventions. So some of the educators who we've noticed have well-being issues, be it mentally, psychologically, or whatever, we've also got external assistance for them that we've now offered to assist them with as well.
Sure. Yes. You know what you're speaking about? It reminds me of, if you look at freelancers, if you look at sports players, there's like a common thread on certain financial decisions. And when someone maybe passes away, they don't have finances, but we see them every day on TV. But it's the structure of the industry. So studying what's happening or getting surveys and insights and teaching, maybe that might, actually not maybe, definitely, it will mitigate incoming teachers to not make the same mistakes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Sure. Okay, let's speak about real examples. And I think you've touched on that. But what I want to know is that as a student teacher who's coming into teaching industry, whether it's my first year, second year, and so forth, again, what are those, from the conference point of view and what you're going to be talking about, what can they expect?
Okay, sure. So what we'll do at the conference is really share real life stories, right? Because I think that is what teachers want to hear. Like, how is it actually going in classes?
Yeah.
So that's what we'll do. Real life stories backed with real life data to support what we're saying.
Yeah. Relatable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we have stories from teachers that have, you know, gone through it and come out on the other side. So we really want to share along those lines and also give you real life strategies and tools as to how to mitigate those first couple of years within the teaching space in terms of your well-being. And also just create a network, right? Because when you're connected, you feel less isolated. So it's important for us to establish that network through our cohorts of fellows, through opportunities like this where we can support teachers who may be going through the same things.
Sure. Do we have a real life example that we can share now? Or should we wait for the conference?
I could see a snippet. So I think, we may share a bit more deeply on this teacher, but definitely we had a teacher who was actually going through something really tough, both personally at home, at her work. So she was living at home, but conditions weren't really conducive to the life that she wanted to lead. She was a single parent, but lived at home with parents. And through the Wellbeing survey, she got data and was able to assess her life and say, but is this what I want? And do I want to live at home in a situation that really doesn't serve me, doesn't serve my child, and the ambitions that I have for myself? Work wasn't great. And she then managed to strategize a plan where she was able to get a license. She was able to move out of home into her own place. And that is what we want to see. That's the transformation we want to see in our fellows. That, you know, you're not sitting there isolated, feeling like I can't do this, it's all too much. But with your coach, strategize the plan as to how you can overcome those obstacles.
I mean, when you're talking about this, I'm reminded about, like, as a teacher in the classroom and you have your own personal things and you can't put on makeup to try to hide because you're in front of kids. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Me who's working behind the laptop here, I can be angry, I can cry, you know. But that support, you know, that speaks about you going to be facing people. Children, you know, you need to kind of smile or whatever, you know. Sure. Yes.
And children see through you. You can come with that makeup mask, they see through you. So whether you are not feeling okay today, whether you haven't prepped today, whatever the case may be, they know. So and they will tell you. So.
And this is life. The dynamics of life is like you can't be happy every day.
Absolutely, but it's how you show up.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And maybe last two questions. Why is it important for student teachers to attend this conference? Either one.
Sure. So I think number one, it's building and identifying with fellow teachers or potential teachers. it's through the power of engaging with and networking that you also build a strong community, right? And you share ideas and understand the well-being. So you also understand that you're not isolated. It is challenging. This morning I was sitting with a potential or fellow institution that we work with very closely. And it was interesting just to also understand what are some of the challenges that educators or potential educators are going through right now that they flag to us. And I think it's through this medium now that they're able to tell us these things, and we could bring about, let's look at how we can strategize. So I think that's the one reason I would sort of say is important. Ange, anything from your side?
Yeah, I would definitely say also it prepares you. The conference would prepare you for what teaching is actually like. Because so often we hear from principals, from other teachers, like, I was never ready for this. Teachers come bright-eyed, bushy-tailed with a dream and a whiteboard marker, and they're ready to change the world, right? And it may not look like the image you had in your mind. So, not that I want to kill your dream, but I really want to get real with you. Like, sometimes you're going to have to navigate some very difficult circumstances, and how do you do that? What is the toolkit that you can build up in terms of your well-being that will support that vision that you want for yourself? So that is what we're looking forward to.
I mean, I just felt that. I'm not a teacher, but every now and then, I think when I started at Rustenburg, I had like 1 hour every Thursday with grade 6s, and I would bring in different speakers to speak to them. But I used to struggle about like, keep quiet. What is the right way to settle down? You know,
Classroom management 101.
This is not for me. That's why I'm not a teacher. I'm like, I'm out. You know what I mean?
On the other side.
I'm out. Okay, cool. So in closing, final remarks. What do you want to say to anyone who's listening to this? And this might not be specifically a student teacher. This could be a teacher. This could be a parent. This could be a child who wants to come into the space. But nonetheless, this could even be a leader who's like, this is the type of work that Teach the Nation is doing. Your closing remarks that you want to say. You can look actually in that camera.
Okay, sure. So my closing remarks would be, we all have the propensity to lead. So whether you're a student teacher, whether you're a learner, whether you're a parent, you're leading in your space. So we really would like to invite you to come to the conference, see what it's like, and how you can support others in your world. So whether it is a teacher in your life, whether it is a learner in your life, how can you fully support them to be the person that they've been called to be?
Perfect. Closing remarks?
I think from my side, to attend the conference is to just understand what you're getting into, build your network, meet fellow potential interns like yourselves, and understand what this journey is going to be like for you. And let that be driven by the passion and your purpose.
Sure. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is amazing. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is such a beautiful moment for me because I feel like you can do this in your sleep. I feel like there was like zero.
We do sometimes.
Zero prep. Like you just went in it naturally. Sure, it is so beautiful. Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.